Sons of Garmadon trailer. That's right everyone, Darth31 here, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a trailer breakdown video. Now, my channel is dying. Well, it was never alive to begin with, so we're switching over to some more interesting content. Today, Sons of Garmadon is going to be the feature show. As the trailer came out, we saw some pretty interesting things. In the trailer, we saw the princess and her parents. Now, I'm not really up to date with the theories, but apparently she's shown, people think she's evil. Now, in this trailer we were shown she gave us the exposition. She came out and she said, we must not let the Oni masks be reunited or something like that, along those lines. And you know, I am all for collectibles, and the Oni masks are a really cool idea, but this just screams pilot season. And if this was literally the second time like something like that had been used, like the 4 golden weapons, and now these like a disaster basically is what's supposed to be shown when they're all brought together. And I just want to say this is a great parallel to pilot season. Garmadon was the best then. I'm not going to run into this now. I've got a video on my channel already explaining in brief detail what I thought about that whole debacle. But if Garmadon comes back, then I hope he's the cool version, which he is going to be coming back. But anyway, so basically right here we have Mr. E, and Mr. E has got 4 arms, and we saw this in the trailer. He went into 4 arms, and they did that weird like pulse thing, which was and kind of animated a bit weirdly as Mr. E was just standing like a statue, and it all just flowed out of him, and the ninja went flying. But the demon masks are what they are. Basically, what we've been shown, these are demon masks. They're not just little like ogre masks like Oni. These are Oni. These are more demon-like creatures. So, this spirit, I think this was the one of vengeance. The red one, there's the red one, purple one, and an orange one. But Jay cracked a little bit of a joke here. He said that basically that he'd had enough of fighting 4-armed freaks. So, you know, got a point there. Now this is actually a nice shot of when Zane was undercover. What made me laugh in this scene was it was blatantly Cole's voice actor voicing that grunt who was going to hit him. So, not very sneaky there, but yeah, the ninja are fighting the ninja in this one apparently. Then moving on, we got a nice little clip here of a little shot of Kilo wearing the orange mask. Now, Kilo seems to be the, we don't know what he sounds like really still. And, I was hoping we'd get a bit more of a, if anyone's watched One Piece, a Pika, spoilers, a Pika kind of voice. High-pitched and funny. Now what we ended up getting was quite different, as you can tell by the laugh. He's not exactly squeaky. So, yeah, well, you know, that's what it is. Now, Zane's bike here is very interesting. It reminds me a lot of the Eagle or Twin bike from Chima, although its flying thing is the little eagle thing. It reminds this Falcon basically. It's like a spiritual successor to the Falcon. Now, here's a moment that made everyone go crazy. Well, no, a few people I know definitely would be interested. Lloyd and Harumi, I think her name is, shipping now. So, you know, I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, then I guess that's the way you looked at this scene. But you know, they're on a bike together, riding through the city. Pretty interesting. And then they collide with everyone's favorite. Honestly, I did not expect that in the trailer. Now, I heard it in a stop motion, but I just thought it was a weird, like, little one-off thing that they'd recorded. But apparently not. Apparently she does that. And she sounds really like a wrestling announcer. She does you know, she's supposed to be taken seriously, but like, I can't. I really can't. It just fits too well. It's just funny. So, yeah, that's all I got to say on that. But now we get into some plot, and Hutchins, I believe his name is, tells us that the Oni mask was stolen from Cyrus Borg's laboratory, or wherever it was stolen from, in the clip that was shown at Comic-Con a few months ago. So he has an eye patch. He looks pretty cool. I actually haven't seen him before, close up in the figure or otherwise. He explains that Cyrus Borg doesn't really have the best track record, perhaps. The Skyband isn't canon. I mean, I don't know how Cyrus Borg got the Oni mask, so I guess we'll find out one day, or coming days probably, how he got that, where the others are. But yeah, there's Lloyd and Jay sharing a moment. I don't know what's going on. I'm assuming Jay is comforting him like he did in the movie, telling him how his parents are also pretty quirky. Please do not mirror the movie already more than you already have. And then we have everyone's favourite massive hulking biker, Kylo, whatever, Kylo Ren. So, his laugh, he laughs here, this is where he laughs, and he sounds like your typical brute. You know, it wasn't very creative. I mean, I don't know. They all just seem a bit stereotypical to me. It's a kid's show, what do you expect? Stereotypes are reinforced. And now, here we arrive at probably one of the most favourite scenes, I suppose. We have Harumi and her parents. Now, I don't know what's up with this makeup. Shukabuki, I believe it's called. Yeah, but anyway, they all dress in green, and honestly, the royal family or emperors and empresses, I don't really know where this came from. But here, everyone, we have something interesting. If you look into the reflection, you can see a person standing before it. Now, obviously, this is before Kilo stole the mask. I'm assuming he does steal the mask, but for a split second, you know, you could almost mistake that for being the time twins, like those old capes they wore. So, you know, that's something. Perhaps that is one of the time twins. I don't know. And here we have Samurai X, the biggest disappointment when people got their hands on the new sets. I don't know what the writers were thinking. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm disappointed. I suppose we'll have to see how it's handled in the show. But other than that, I guess the new design does look interesting. I don't know. Then we mirror straight to Zane, apparently, and he's lifting up one of these logs. So, you know, I'm not really sure how to take this particular, like, you know, there are so many of these scenes in the thing. I think we're going to get a bit more of a realistic tone in the series. And what I mean by that isn't just good guys and bad guys fighting together and suddenly everything's hunky-dory when the good guys win. No, I think we're going to get more of a grey area, a bit more civilian point of views, as the ninja always seem to get away with the villains not really doing anything stereotypically villain-like, if you get what I mean. Like, in superhero stuff, like, they'll break half the town, and that's the big complaint about superheroes, is that they break the town. But the villains also break the town as well. But that's never shown upon in Ninjago. Like, the only real time we've ever really seen Ninjago reel from a villain's attack was when Master Chen just marched through the entire place. I don't know. I mean, it's not something they like to show. It's a kid's show. Again, you know, not too, you know, deep. But apparently, the movie bounty was there. It's like the movie bounty meant the final flight. I don't know what's going on. They're going to just turn everything into movie stuff at this rate. Here we have Lloyd throwing some shurikens. Now these are the new ones that you can get in the spinner things. Not really too much to say about this, besides they're cool and they were falling down and they hit a ladder or something. So here we go, next frame will show us that they all hit a ladder and they all parkour up like the ninjas they are, because they are in fact ninja. And the stairs are just too good for them. Now, this was a very, you know, out there trailer. Not a lot of stuff makes sense. Probably take a few episodes for it to make sense. A lot of this stuff we don't really know. And finally, we have another scene of this. I mean, look at Zane's disguise. It's top notch. I mean, how could you ever tell that that wasn't a member of the Sons of Garmadon? I sure couldn't. In fact, I didn't know. I didn't know they were within that set. So, yeah, that, you know, there's a lot of stuff mirroring I say mirroring, but, you know, represented in the sets, and I'm pretty glad about that, because a lot of the times, you know, there's the eagle again. They seem to leave out a lot of stuff, but, you know, I thought this was a pretty cool trailer. I'm pretty hyped for Sons of Garmadon. So, everyone, comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what you guys thought of the video. Make sure to hit that like button as it helps me gauge where my subscribers are at in the enjoyment of my content. Bye guys.